Starting with our topic, plant tissues. Plant tissues are categorized into meristematic, tissues and permanent tissue. Now, meristematic further differentiated into the three types of tissues: apical, lateral, and the third one is intercalary. Talking about permanent tissues, these are simple and complex. Right? When we are talking about simple ones are parenchyma, number 2 collenchyma, number 3 sclerenchyma. And when we are talking about complex tissues, these are divided into xylem and phloem. Fine. Xylem are further differentiated into tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma, and xylem fibers. When we talk about phloem, these are made up of sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and the phloem fibers. See, this is the tabular representation. We are going to do each and everything, not in too much of detail, but yes, what are these plant tissues, right? Meristematic, based on the zone of location. Permanent, whenever they got differentiated, now they have got a fixed place and they have a fixed function to perform. Then apical, lateral, intercalary, these depend on what are they supposed to do in this meristematic region. Simple and complex. Why a simple permanent? Can these be changed into another complex one or not? Then complex, arrested to perform a specific function according to their location and the structure of cells. Right, coming up to meristematic tissue now. When we talk about meristematic tissues, we say that these tissues include the group of cells which are going to perform a function and remain in a continuous state of division. Means ये हर time divide होते रहते हैं. That's why we call them meristematic tissues. Meristematic tissue. Fine. What do they do? Number 1, group of cells in continuous state of division. They are always dividing, or we can say they retain their power of division. They divide continuously and help in increasing the length, the girth, इसको girth बोलते हैं बच्चे, width, right? They help in increasing the length and the width. That is girth, biological term, girth of the plant, right? And these only give rise to permanent tissues because they keep on dividing in different areas When they divide, they move to the localized area. अच्छा अब ठीक है, अब मैं वेस्कुलर टिश्यू बन गया तो मेरा काम क्या है? I'll be either xylem or phloem. If I am xylem, I am meant for the transportation of water and ions. If I am phloem, I am responsible for the distribution of food in the plant body itself. So, from where did they come to know that what are we going to perform? From here, after their meristematic zone. This tissue may be defined as the group of or collection of cells which are localized or located at specific. I'll write it down. These are group of or collection of living cells located at specific sites, locations or site, and divide continuously to add new cells in the plant body. This is what is a definition of meristematic tissue. Right. Group of or collection of living cells. What are the basic characteristics? What are the characters that they possess? Number one. When we are talking about characteristics, they are similar in structure almost. So they have thin and elastic primary cell wall which is made up of cellulose. They have thin and elastic primary cell wall which is made up of cellulose. Number one. And number two, their shape. They may be round, they may be oval, polygonal, or rectangular. Fine. Number three. Compactly arranged cells. They are always compactly arranged without or minimum intercellular spaces between them. बच्चा we use the word without or minimum because ऐसा नहीं होता कि बिल्कुल भी नहीं होती. When we write the difference points, we do consider this point that they have meristematic tissues. They are without intercellular spaces because they are very tightly packed. It means they have very minimum intercellular spaces between them. बहुत ही minimum, right? Then they have dense cytoplasm and large prominent nucleus. Can you think why? Why dense cytoplasm and large prominent nucleus? What is this meant for? State of division. They remain in a continuous state of division. मतलब इनको हर time divide करना है. If they have to divide, they should have reserved food in them. They should have proper nucleus that is going to help in division, right? So this point, they have dense cytoplasm and large prominent nucleus is only because they always remain in a state of division. Then they contain very few vacuoles or no vacuoles at all, along with very few or no vacuole. Clear? This is another point of meristematic tissue. Based upon that where are they located, we have the different types of these meristematic tissues. These are basically occurring at specific regions. Now moving to the occurrence. When we talk about its occurrence, we see These are restricted to specific regions. And if we talk about those specific regions in a plant body, we say, ये बच्चे किसी का हैंड नहीं बना रही हूँ, I'm making a nodal tissue, that is showing you a schematic representation of location of meristematic tissues in a plant body. All right, that where are they mainly located? What is this area known as? Nodal area. We are quite familiar with it, right? And this is, I'll mark it first, node. And this area, internode. This area, internode. Area between the nodes is known as internode. This is also internode, right? Here formation of A दिख रहा है ना, एक तरह से A बन गया. This area is the apical meristem, the type, first type I'm talking about, APICAL, apical meristem. Number 2, when we are talking about this area here, this is intercalary meristem. Number 3, this location. This is lateral meristem. चलो अब मैं तुम्हें थोड़ी सी चीज़ें कुछ क्लियर कर दूँ. दिस इज इंटरनोड और इस नोड को ऐसे बना देते हैं. दिस एरिया इज द नोड. This is intercalary meristem, this is the lateral one, and on top is the apical meristem. ठीक है. The basic idea what we think is ये cells को ऐसे बढ़ाएगा, है ना? यही दिखता है ना? No, it will cut off cells on the upper as well as on the lower side. So intercalary always increases the length of the plant. Got that? This one, lateral, it will keep on cutting the cells towards the inner side like this and the outer side like this. So what is it going to increase? The girth or the width of the plant? Fine. This is how it cuts off cells and it is going to increase the width of the plant. And this one is going to increase the length of the plant. And apical क्या करता है? ये ऊपर को नहीं grow करता. It is keep on growing and adding new cells like this. Fine. So new cells are always added like this towards the inner side and it keeps on growing. Fine. Apical, intercalary, lateral. Now when I'm talking about apical, where is it located? At the growing apices of main lateral shoots and roots. Where is it? At the growing apices. And it is responsible for the linear growth of an organ. The root apical meristem, the shoot apical meristem. The linear growth is all because of this apical region. Then I am talking about the lateral part. That is this part. It is in the sideways direction. Means ये यहाँ पर grow करता है. And when it is growing here, it is responsible for the width, for increasing the girth of the plant. When I'm talking about this intercalary, it is responsible for increasing the length of the plant. So these are the 3 types of meristematic tissues based on the location as well as their function. Understood?